Okay, Robin, we're going to try and show you a couple of tips real quick here. When you go ahead and get some kind of icing like this, make sure you get the right tips to fit. This one here has like a ring around it. It fits this. I had other tips not realizing it doesn't fit this one. That's what a rose tip, by the way, looks like. And this is a star tip. If you can get one that looks like this, that's better because it makes prettier flowers. But I don't have but this one tube and I'm almost done with it, so I can't really show you things. So I am just showing you, here's some tips. Here's like a writing tip that, see, it has a hole, you can write with it. This here is like a star tip. It can be a shell tip. I say shell because you can make a seashell type thing for a border. But you see what those look like. And this is a leaf tip. This kind of tip and this kind of tip is a leaf tip. This is my metal tips. But my metal tip, let's see, do I have a leaf tip here? No, I don't. The only leaf tip I have is here and I can't show you. But anyway, this is a leaf tip and you use it up and down like that, not sideways. But anyway, so make sure you get tips that match this. You don't have time to make icing, color icing, and get the certain tips in the bag. So you're going to have to go with this kind of stuff. But make sure you get a kit that has, again, this kind of tip, this kind of tip, and a leaf tip. And leaves maybe is too complicated. I tried to do a couple of flowers here, just start this with flowers. And you know, that's a leaf there. You can see when I squeeze it, it's a matter of putting it up and down, not sideways, up and down. You squeeze and it releases. Oh, it doesn't release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release, and pull. Squeeze, release, and pull. It makes that line in the center. If you go tight, squeeze and hold it right there, you can make it wrinklier and make your leaf even fancier. But then you're getting into more, you know, you got to practice with that. So I think maybe leaving the leaf out is better. But anyway, let's just show you how you can have fun with just a star. Here's a star tip. Don't lick your fingers. Don't lick this at all. Use a washcloth, whatever. You're licking it is so unhygienic. It passes germs and it's just not worth it. You contaminate your whole icing. So rule number one, don't lick anything. Now when you go and put the star down, as you can see here, all you're doing is squeezing, release, and let go. Squeeze, release the pressure of the bag, and let go, or the tube. So here's a few of them. And if you put them close together, you got yourself a border. Squeeze, release, let go. Squeeze, release, let go. Squeeze, release, let go. And close together, it can look like a border. But if you take them and put them apart, which can still be a border, just be unified. That way your icing goes farther because you're given space and you can cover more distance. And then come back with the color in the center. Here's a little piping one that you write with. You can squeeze in the center and let go. Oops, that wasn't no good because it's got pointy. But you can get a little paintbrush and dab it down. But here's a purple one. It's kind of a nice combination, purple and pink. Squeeze and let go. Yeah, I'm not being able to, but a little paintbrush and you tap it down and it will be flat for you. See, and you can change up the color just to make it a prettier design. See, and if you don't want to keep changing your hands back and forth, just go ahead. If you want to make it sporadic, put one here, put one down here, and then get your other color and do here. If you want to be uniform, every other one, but sometimes you don't want to be uniform. And it can be a prettier thing. You can even change out the tip. Like here's the green one. Just take the tip off. Of course, when you take the tip off, unless you don't clean it, you're going to have the color come out first. And you really don't want to waste. So you could have a whole bunch and separate your flowers so that way as you're squeezing out, even though you got, I don't have any flowers here, by the time you get to the one you want, see, I'm not explaining very well because I'm in a hurry, but that way you could just do a whole bunch of flowers all the way around as a border, go all the way around your cake, and then if you only have 2 or 3 colors but one piping tip or the writing tip, then start skipping flowers. Do your one color first, which would be the orange, because you had orange. And I changed over to green now, but the green isn't coming out yet because I have orange still in the inside of the tip. Or you can just squeeze it out until the green comes. There you go. And then you can go put green in the inside. You see how it is? And then you could even put, you know, I have one already ready with purple. But just doing the different colors in the center changes up your design so much better because you've used different colors. So choose your colors wisely when you buy the tubes. And then you'll have to change the little tip because you only get maybe one of these tips. And you'll have to change it out for each color you use of the tube. But then you can change out your colors here by, you know, just going ahead and taking that one tip off and sticking another one in. I mean, it really can be quite creative with only a couple of tips, but you got all this color. I mean, yeah, if you wanted to add leaves to it, you'd have to allow more room and then do your leaves here. And you don't squeeze so big, so hard rather. And you have little leaves just sticking out like that. And sometimes it looks like a leaf and sometimes it won't. And you go, what's those green blobs? But what it does is just adds more color. I'm all about color and fun. So, I mean, they would have to be tinier, or you make your flowers bigger. But if you only have so much icing, you can't, you know, you can't be so extreme or it's going to cost you a fortune to finish up the cake. But see, if you have a bigger flower, you can use a good size. Oopsie, I slipped. You can use, well, that didn't work. I'm trying to do it with my left hand. But anyway, and then where's a colored tip? Oh gosh, what did I do? I had a colored tip. Here we go. Here's a purple tip. See? And then if you have a paintbrush, which I have paintbrushes, let me just show you what I'm talking about. You take a paintbrush and you just tap it down, especially when you write. And as you're writing, you end up having these things come out. For instance, here's happy birthday.